Welcome dear time travellers, I'm Eric Gallagher and this is the Geek in Books. Mark for spoilers because this week I'm talking Stephen King's The Stand. A global pandemic in the form of Captain Trips, a fatal flu virus, sweeps across America. Almost everyone falls victim to the virus, leaving only a few survivors. It's a scary world and we are slowly introduced to the many characters as everyone around them dies from the unstoppable disease. We catch a glimpse of the final moments of the old lives of characters like Stu Redman and Larry Underwood. There is a big cast of characters and antagonists, and the virus gives us time to get to know them. With the exception of maybe Mother Abigail and Randall Flagg, no character is a cardboard cutout. We see the likes of Harold Lauder's jealousy festering and growing each chapter. Larry is a bum and a loser and it takes a lot to redeem him, while Lloyd is a tragic villain. My favourite part of the book is probably the intermission, where King kills off a few of the more expendable survivors. Each of their comic tragic deaths is punctuated by the phrase, "no great loss." My least favourite part of the book, or least favourite character, is probably Tom Cullen, which I think if he was written today would probably be written a little bit differently. The antagonists and protagonists each go on their separate pilgrimages. At this point the story starts to plod and slow down. King introduces the supernatural element in the form of Mother Abigail and Randall Flagg. They're basically the embodiment of good and evil. The story probably would have worked without it being a supernatural element. Although, Flagg is an important character in his own right. He does appear in many other Stephen King books, and he's particularly important if you're planning on reading the Dark Tower series, which I also recommend. After this, you're in for a few hundred pages of filler just hanging out with the characters. If you can get through them, the story does pick up again, but you'll eventually be rewarded with a slightly lackluster final showdown. By then, most of the horror of the story is gone, replaced by action, drama or comedy. That's if you don't count what happens between Harold and Nadine, or Nadine and Flagg, which is a different kind of horror altogether. It's actually really creepy. Despite the slightly bland ending and the huge amounts of filler, The Stand is a great read. It's scary to start with, and the characters are well developed and you'll care what happens to them. Sure, it's a little bit silly, but I think it shows a little bit of hope in all the doom. What have you been reading this week? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, till next time, catch you later.